Hello everyone and welcome to my GH Metru official channel. Jason vs Drew, Cyrus next target, Maxie plays Cupid. Here are the General Hospital spoilers for February 17th to 21st. Fans may anticipate seeing Maxie Jones portray Cupid next week. Jason Morgan and Drew Kane Quartermain square up in the meantime. Let's discuss the upcoming developments in the ABC soap drama as you continue reading. Cyrus Renault's upcoming objective. Cyrus Renault is expected to prepare for another attack next week. Cyrus is having trouble controlling the damage because everyone is watching him. Although Cyrus has a specific target in mind, other people are suspicious of him. Can Cyrus really get away with killing someone again when everyone is watching him? Isaiah Gannon and Portia Robinson work together to save a life later in the week. Following that, Anna Devane will give Dante Falconeri a huge update. Shaken Willow Tate Corinthos. While with Willow Tate Corinthos, the nurse discovers something awful. In the meantime, Drew and Curtis Ashford's conflict intensifies. Returning to Willow, you can anticipate that something will completely surprise her. Then, in a sneak peek, Willow is seen becoming anxious about losing her case. The disclosure of Sasha Gilmore Corbin. According to General Hospital teasers, Sasha panics and goes to visit Jason. Sasha probably finds out the truth about Elaine Stevens at this point. Sasha confesses something to someone at the conclusion of the week. Sasha might divulge the truth to someone else, but she probably still intends to keep Michael Corinthos out of it. February 17th to 21st, 2025. A custody agreement between Sonny Corinthos and Ava Jerome is anticipated to be reached next week. Carly Spencer is aware that something else is happening, though, as Sonny gives her an update. Can Carly get Sonny to tell the truth? Will Carly keep Sonny's heart issues a secret if she finds out? By the middle of the week, Carly will receive another surprise from Jack Brennan. Cupid is played by Maxie. Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain develop a romantic relationship. BLQ will make the decision to face her anxieties by Friday. Jason, meanwhile, makes a big choice. This might be related to Brennan and Carly being interrupted. When Friday finally arrives, Brennan repairs the damage. A murder mystery will be triggered if Cyrus is slain. Stay tuned because, with the appropriate writing, this might be quite captivating. Christina's audacious action against Ava. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Christina Corinthos Davis is seeking retribution for her strong, pent-up fury toward Ava Jerome. Elizabeth Baldwin was clearly concerned when Christina reacted in rage after Ava's unexpected ambush in the park and her blatant attempt to kidnap Avery Corinthos. Ava should lose her baby because Christina lost hers. After experiencing heartache over her own daughter, Christina has made the startling decision that Ava will not have her kid either. To be clear, though, as she is not Avery's parent, Christina has no influence over her life. Although Christina's intense protectiveness as a sister is understandable, her actions appear to be motivated more by unresolved grief over her loss than by sincere care for Ava. Despite her imperfections, Ava is unquestionably a loving mother who loves Avery. Now that Natalia Ramirez is pressuring Sonny Corinthos to negotiate a compromise, an amicable custody arrangement with Ava may finally be possible. Everyone would benefit from peace. If all the fighting would only end, Avery would gain a great deal, and Sonny's heart would also be a lot happier. However, Christina is still unaware about Sonny's cardiac condition, and it's unlikely that she would alter her position on this custody dispute anyhow. Disappointed with the court's lack of justice, Christina is now determined to use other methods to exact revenge on Ava. But what if Christina's most recent plan fails and Ava and Sonny end up sharing custody? Could that be the turning point for Christina, leading her to pursue even more sinister and desperate forms of retaliation? Christina might lose it and lose her mind. Christina is almost on the verge of losing control and going crazy, depending on how things turn out. She is clearly still dealing with the trauma from that hotel window event, and she is blaming Ava for everything in order to vent her rage. According to teasers, Christina is in dire need of mental health treatment since she hasn't dealt with her loss and is consumed by her drive for vengeance. Will she seek it out before Ava suffers the consequences? It might drive her over the edge and cause her to make a disastrous choice if she finds out that Sunny won't punish Ava by keeping Avery away from her. Keep a lookout for information that could indicate problems for Ava, as our predictions for future episodes indicate that Christina may take some dramatic measures. Brother against brother, new Valentine beginnings, danger zone. The week of Monday, February 17, Friday, February 21's General Hospital teasers and updates hint at danger zones, fresh Valentine's Day starts, and brother versus brother. Drew Quartermaine and Jason Morgan square off, Trina Robinson has a new Valentine's Day beginning, and Cyrus Renault's target's danger zone grows. Zone of danger, Max disappointed. On Monday, February 17, Cyrus prepares to launch another attack, and since he has already given some people in Port Charles the gaze of death, the danger zone grows. Disappointed, Max Scorpio asks Anna Devane of the PCPD why she is detaining Jason Morgan for questioning. She suggests it to prevent him from killing Cyrus, and Elizabeth Baldwin and Lucky Spencer provide her with updates on their search for the Digitalis killer. Sonny Corinthos and Carly Spencer have a debriefing now that he's back in Port Charles, and she wants to hear the truth. Willow Corinthos discovers something unwanted elsewhere. Romantic gestures and new Valentine's Day beginnings. On Tuesday, February 18, Trina and Kai Taylor celebrate Valentine's Day together, giving her a fresh start. Meanwhile, romantic overtures from Harrison Chase to Brooke Lynn Chase are being made all around Port Charles. In another scene, Maxie Jones acts as a matchmaker as Jack Brennan surprised Carly with a Valentine's Day bouquet. Even though she is now very certain that Jason is the Digitalis killer, Anna still begs him not to pursue Cyrus because she fears he will take him out. Insightful discussions, tension increases between two old friends. On Wednesday, February 19, tension between two old friends increases as Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer have an insightful talk. Drew and Curtis Ashford are becoming more and more targeted by one another. It's possible that Drew believes Curtis is not who he believes him to be. Willow is caught off guard in another scene. Will she discover that Drew and Nina Reeves were in love, and not from Nina, or may things turn out differently? Chase will confess in the interim. Who will he tell and what will he disclose? There will be an interruption for Carly and Brennan elsewhere. Is it vital WSB business or something else? Important choices, life-saving actions. On Thursday, February 20, Jason makes a crucial choice while Isaiah Gannon and Portia Robinson, presumably at the hospital, attempt to save a life. Despite all of their precautions, it appears that Cyrus may have struck again. Who is it this time, or was he the target of an attack? Laura Collins receives startling news that might or might not be related to this circumstance. In another scene, Brooke Lynn confronts her worries. Could Chase have been harmed, or are they connected to something else? Jordan Ashford plans in the interim, most likely regarding the Jen Sidwell predicament. Damage control, brother against brother. Jason and Drew square off on Friday, February 21. This is definitely about Willow's predicament and the kids' safety. Does Brennan's damage control work elsewhere relate to his and Carly's earlier interruption? Meanwhile, Anna tells Dante some important news. Is the Cyrus crisis over? Sasha Corbin confesses as well. Lulu is stunned elsewhere. The lives of the people who dwell in Port Charles are constantly entangled with secrets, power struggles, and unanticipated threats due to the city's complex and dangerous terrain. Sasha Gilmore and Cyrus Renault are at the center of the most recent upheavals. Their recent acts have triggered a series of events that could have far-reaching effects. Sasha's secret researches. Renowned for her tenacity and will, Sasha Gilmore just started a covert investigation to learn the truth about the mysterious private investigator Elaine. After a chance meeting outside of Bobby's business, where she saw Elaine with her dog, Mavis, she became intrigued. Sasha received important information from Felicia Scorpio, who disclosed that Elaine was known for being a private investigator who enjoyed snooping on well-known Port Charles citizens. This insight prompted Sasha to take action and investigate Elaine's actions further. Sasha found a secret meeting between Martin and Elaine during her research, when they talked about attempts to obtain damning information about Michael Corinthos. Given her intimate relationship with Michael and the possible consequences of such knowledge getting into the wrong hands, Sasha was alarmed by this finding. Sasha faced Elaine in the park because she was determined to keep her loved ones safe. But when Mavis's leash slipped out of Sasha's hands, the encounter took a dramatic turn. It resulted in a wild chase that finished with a car screeching to a stop and Elaine's shrill scream reverberating throughout the park. Sasha was rattled by the experience and became aware of the seriousness of her behavior as well as the risks associated with her amateur detective work. The new target for Cyrus. At the same time, the infamous Cyrus Renault has been planning his next move in Port Charles's shadows. Elizabeth Baldwin is Cyrus's latest target following a string of run-ins and calculated interrogations. His obsession with Elizabeth is a result of her steadfast dedication to exposing the truth about his illegal actions, which seriously jeopardizes his meticulously crafted facade. Viewers were on edge when Cyrus's plans to kill Elizabeth were lightly alluded to in the February 12 episode, revealing his evil goal. By questioning Cyrus's power at General Hospital, Elizabeth, a committed nurse with a high moral compass, has unintentionally put herself in his crosshairs. Her attempts to reveal his corrupt activities have not gone undetected, and Cyrus, who is prone to retaliation, is not likely to tolerate such disobedience. As Elizabeth continues to focus on her goal of protecting the hospital and its patients from Cyrus's corruption, oblivious to the impending danger, the tension grows. Connected fate. Despite their differences, Sasha and Elizabeth's paths are coming together to face a common enemy. Sasha is in a vulnerable position because of her unintentional involvement with Elaine's inquiry into Michael, particularly if Cyrus learns anything negative. The stakes are further raised by Elizabeth's outspoken opposition to Cyrus's schemes inside the hospital, which traps both women in a web of peril and deceit. The people of Port Charles must be on guard as Cyrus systematically implements his objectives. His actions could have disastrous consequences for the town as a whole as well as for Sasha and Elizabeth. The delicate balance of power in the town is at stake, alliances will be put to the test, and secrets might be revealed. In conclusion, the overlapping stories of Sasha Gilmore and Cyrus Renault in the ever-changing Port Charles story serve as a sobering reminder of the dangers that lie beneath the surface of daily existence. The scene is set for a dramatic encounter as Cyrus focuses on his next victim and Sasha ventures farther into hazardous areas. Only time will be able to determine the full scope of the upcoming chaos, but the citizens of Port Charles will surely be put to the test in the face of these new dangers. You might find the following video instructive for a visual summary and additional information on these developments. Rick Hurst hints to Rick and Ava's prospects on General Hospital, a perilous partnership. As their dynamic changes from attorney-client to romantic collaborators, Hurst's recent interviews and on-screen developments hint at a future full of chaos, passion, and power struggles. Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome's relationship on General Hospital has developed into one of the show's most captivating pairings, combining moral ambiguity, mutual understanding, and a chemistry that fans have dubbed Rava. The subtleties of their relationship, the performers' perspectives, and the story possibilities for this pair in Port Charles are all explored in this analysis. The basis of a risky attraction. When Rick took over Ava's legal defense after she was implicated in the death of Christina Corinthos Davis' unborn child, their relationship started off as a business partnership. What began as a self-serving action, Rick wanted to assist his daughter Molly in recovering from the trauma, became a relationship based on their mutual exclusion. In the past, both characters have manipulated others, shown moral leniency, and put their daughters, Molly for Rick and Avery for Ava, above everything else. 5. Ava's reserved manner and Rick's direct honesty clashed in their first encounters, which were tense. But the foundation of their relationship was their mutual acceptance of one another's shortcomings. They're two adults, finding out things about each other that no one in town would even remotely qualify for, Hurst observed. The pivotal moment occurred on January 23, 2025, when Laura Collins declined to testify in Ava's custody dispute with Sonny, and a vulnerable Ava confided in Rick. After giving her practical advice to get a small apartment to support her case, Rick kissed her in a passionate moment, which was their first romantic spark. 26. This incident highlighted their relationship. Ava, who was fed up with social criticism, found Rick's unrepentant demeanor appealing. Ava finds it seductively authentic that Rick isn't trying to be on his best behavior, as Hearst highlighted the role of moral ambiguity as a spark. In contrast to Rick's previous relationships, notably his turbulent past with Elizabeth Baldwin, his bond with Ava is based on their defiance of social norms. According to Hearst, their allure comes from a dangerous element in which loyalty is conditional and borders are ambiguous. Don't cross me. Everything else is essentially up for grabs. 1. Their attractiveness revolves around this morally ambiguous area. Rick, whose deceit drove him away from Port Charles, and Ava, who were both involved in the murders of Morgan Corinthos and Connie Falconeri, take comfort in their common perception of redemption, or the absence of it. She had not only read the book, but she could also help move it along, Hearst said. In the episode that aired on February 10, 2025, their chemistry intensified when Rick stood up for Ava following a fight with Christina over Avery. Following Ava's accusation that he was only interested in money, Rick offered to act as her pro gratis attorney, which resulted in a passionate kiss that cemented their emotional and physical bond. This instance demonstrated their genuine, dangerous attraction, as Hearst described it, which stems from their readiness to welcome chaos instead of repressing it. The power dynamics and custody battle. One of the key plot points is still Ava's battle for custody of Avery, in which Rick acts as both her ally and a sane voice. Recent events, however, indicate that their coalition might splinter due to competing agendas. Despite Rick's protests, Ava accepted Sonny's offer of a 50-50 custody arrangement on February 14, 2025. In a rare display of selflessness that even shocked Rick, Ava put Avery's welfare ahead of revenge, despite Rick's concerns that the agreement would make their legal position weaker. The February 17 to 21, 2025, spoilers show Rick's increasing uneasiness. Ava gains unheard-of power from Sonny's offer, and Rick fears she will use it to control Sonny or increase her power. If she gains custody, it could shift the balance of power, trapping Sonny in a power game, Hearst hinting that Rick's worries are rooted on his own understanding of Ava's unpredictable nature. Their path will probably be defined by this conflict between pragmatism and passion as Rick tries to balance his commitment to Ava with his doubts about her intentions. Internal conflicts and external threats. Although their mutual defiance is the foundation of Rick and Ava's relationship, outside factors pose a threat to their stability. A new opponent is introduced by Laura Collins when she learns of Jen Sidwell's involvement in Lucky's kidnapping, while Cyrus Renault's schemes cast a shadow over Port Charles. Furthermore, Ava's connections to the Corinthos and Davis families, as well as Elizabeth's continued influence in Rick's life, may rekindle long-standing animosities. Hearst suggested that there might be a triangle formed by Elizabeth's moral clarity and Ava's amorality. Elizabeth has no interest in rekindling their romance, but she's always lingering in Rick's thoughts. Another level of danger is added by Ava and Sidwell's alliance, which is hinted to in spoilers. Rick's function as her confidant might be jeopardized if she sides with him in order to get financial or legal advantages. At best, their custody arrangement is precarious due to Sonny's deteriorating health and Christina's grudge toward Ava. Fan reaction and actor insights. Hearst has supported the relationship, complimenting West's on-screen chemistry and his ability to weave in and out of moments. I don't want to sound arrogant and say magic, but there is. 3. Because Rava is unpredictable and deviates from conventional soap opera romances, fans have embraced it. Their chemistry is described as toxic and thrilling on social media, and viewers are drawn to their defiance of hero-slash-villain dichotomies. But not everyone is persuaded. Critics contend that Rick's tumultuous past with Elizabeth and Sam creates doubts about his intentions, while Ava's history of manipulation, including her part in Morgan's death, makes her unredeemable. But as Hearst put it, they are the ultimate enemies to Port Charles's moral compass. Their flaws are the point. Prospects for the future: betrayal, love, or both? In the future, Rick and Ava's relationship is expected to flourish. According to spoilers, Ava might use her custody victory to subvert Sonny's authority, which might drive Rick away if he thinks she is acting recklessly. 12. On the other hand, if they encounter a common foe like Sidwell or Cyrus, their knowledge of one another can grow. Hurst alluded to the possibility of a unified partnership, in which their combined cunning and brutality make them dangerous adversaries. Their biggest danger, though, might come from inside. Rick's cynicism and Ava's impetuosity may not get along, particularly if Molly disapproves of the relationship or Elizabeth reappears. Ava's hesitant association with Nina Reeves, her only supporter, further complicates matters because Nina's cautions about Rick's self-interest could sow doubts.